Hey folks, John Havlicek here again with another edition of Common Grounds, where we share some grounds and hopefully find common grounds. And my content coordinator, perhaps, pointed out to me that sometimes I go too fast, and sometimes I assume that everyone is a news junkie and is up with the lingo or the jargon just like I am, and that I need to step back and maybe like explain a couple of these things that everybody doesn't necessarily read about. Like, fair enough. Okay. So we were talking about the shutdown the other day, and one of the groups that's going to get hurt, of course, are the people that are on the bottom economically, right? I think somebody said that the poor are always the ones who get hurt the most. Yeah. Whenever there's some kind of a disruption, socially, governmentally, whatever, culturally. And so I want to talk about the WIC program. WIC is basically grocery assistance, maybe a couple other things, but grocery assistance for women, infants, and children. That's the WIC. Okay. And so it's new mothers and kids that are like 5 and under, 6 and under. Okay. So little kids. Okay. There's an income cap for eligibility, 185% of the federal poverty level. So for a family of 2 or 3, that's like 35,000, 40,000, right? That's not much. That's 185%. Okay. With rent and everything, like, these folks don't have 2 nickels to rub together. Okay. Across the entire country, that WIC program, the federal program, it's a federal program, costs about $8 billion a year, a little bit less. Okay. And so these folks get grocery assistance, and it gets spent locally, right? They're probably not getting coffees at a coffee shop, right? They're not buying crypto. They're buying an approved list of groceries that are healthy. So it's fresh produce and eggs and cheese and peanut butter and bread and stuff like that. It's a pretty tight list. So that's locally grown quite a bit, certainly shopped locally. And we know that this program, which is in danger of running out of funds, right, because of the shutdown, we know that there was a study by the USDA about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that said that every $1 in benefits increases the federal GDP by $1.50. So you think about that, we get 150% return. So when they, because they spend that money like locally, and it like charges the economy. That same study, every $1 billion spent on that program generates or creates about 13,000 jobs nationally. It's agriculture jobs, it's trucking, shipping, it's trade, it's things like grocery stores, wholesale. Like, that money is spent immediately, right? And so it generates a lot of jobs. We know that, and again, same study, okay, that every dollar that's given to one of the beneficiaries of this program leads to about a $60 increase in lifetime earnings. Okay. Now, as a teacher, I can give you like anecdotally and go, yeah, when kids are hungry, they can't learn. And if we're taking care of the kid, but we're not taking care of the mom, for sure, right? Both parents, but then the kid is going to be stuck, right? And so it's people like this that are getting immediately impacted, because like the hyper wealthy, they're really not impacted by the shutdown. And folks that are doing fine, right? I'm in that group. I'm doing okay. The shutdown sucks. It's going to start pinching, but it hasn't yet. I can still go buy groceries. I still have a job, right? If I had a government job, that'd be a different story. Yeah. But the folks on the bottom, they're hurt immediately. And I'm kind of a numbers guy, so I gave you a few numbers here. These folks get scapegoated all the time. But I want to leave you with just one more number to kind of put this in perspective. Okay. That WIC program at the federal level costs about a little under $8 billion a year. That's nothing. Yeah. But if you have a regular job, like I have a regular job, I'm a teacher, I pay Social Security taxes. Okay. But you only pay Social Security taxes until you reach a certain income level, and it's $175,000. So the government has created a benefit for the wealthy. I mean, $175,000 isn't crazy wealthy or anything. They're doing fine. But it has created a benefit for the super wealthy. Meanwhile, we restrict the benefit for the poor. Okay? And so there was a study in 2022 that said, if we just raised that cap from $175,000 to $250,000, okay, still not hitting the super wealthy, and it's really folks that are doing fine. That would generate $120 billion in revenue every year. 15 times what it costs for that WIC program. Okay, so when people scapegoat these folks and when they talk about the shutdown, that's who it's hurting. And I really do believe this. I believe that we have common ground in kids and their moms, their parents shouldn't be starving. In a country that produces so much food, so much wealth, it should offend us that some people don't have enough to eat. And we should not accept that. All right? So, have a good day, as always, and thanks for listening.